What are the forgotten recipes your grandma always had on the table? Grandma's kitchen was a treasure trove of nostalgic delights, where classic recipes like apple pies and banana bread were always on the table. Remember the comforting aroma of those apple pies? How about the joy of biting into a warm, fresh banana bread? Join us as we uncover the forgotten recipes your grandma always had on the table. Apple pies, once a beloved dessert, have a long history dating back to medieval England. The first known recipe was recorded in the 1381 cookbook, Form of Curry, which included ingredients like apples, figs, raisins, and pears. Traditionally, apple pies were made with a flaky crust and a filling of sliced apples, sugar, cinnamon, and sometimes nutmeg. Granny Smith apples were often chosen for their tartness, balancing the sugar sweetness. In America, apple pies became a symbol of home and comfort, especially popular during family gatherings and holidays like Thanksgiving. Over time, their popularity declined as more convenient desserts and changing dietary preferences led people to choose store-bought pies or sweets, requiring less preparation time. As apple pie's popularity gradually shifted, could the rise of another beloved dessert in the 1930s have changed everything? In the 1930s, Ruth Wakefield accidentally created chocolate chip cookies at the Toll House Inn in Massachusetts. She planned to bake chocolate cookies, but ran out of baker's chocolate, so she used broken pieces of a Nestle semi-sweet chocolate bar, thinking they would melt into the dough. Instead, the chocolate pieces kept their shape, leading to the first batch of chocolate chip cookies. The original recipe included butter, granulated sugar, brown sugar, vanilla extract, eggs, flour, baking soda, salt, and chocolate chips. These cookies quickly became popular for their crispy edges, chewy centers, and gooey chocolate chunks. By the mid-20th century, chocolate chip cookies had become a staple in American homes, often enjoyed with a glass of milk and cherished for their comforting, nostalgic taste. Now, as we've seen how chocolate chip cookies became an American favorite, could there be another classic treat with a rich history? Shortbread, a traditional Scottish treat, originated in medieval times from biscuit bread, a twice-baked leftover dough. The refinement of shortbread was often attributed to Mary, Queen of Scots, in the 16th century, who preferred a version called petticoat tails. The first printed recipe appeared in 1736 by a Scotswoman named Mrs. McClintock. The original recipe was simple, using just three main ingredients: butter, sugar, and flour, which created a rich, crumbly texture that melted in your mouth. Shortbread was once considered a luxury, reserved for special occasions like Christmas, Hogmanay, Scottish New Year, and weddings. Over time, its popularity spread beyond Scotland, and it became a beloved treat worldwide, known for its buttery flavor and delicate texture, bringing nostalgia and comfort with every bite. Shortbread's journey from Scottish luxury to a global treat is fascinating, but how did another traditional dessert, pumpkin pie, come to symbolize Thanksgiving? Pumpkin pie, a classic American Thanksgiving dish, had origins with early settlers. The pumpkin, native to North America, was brought to Europe in the 16th century and quickly gained popularity. Early versions of pumpkin pie differed from the modern version. They often involved filling a hollowed-out pumpkin with milk, spices, and honey, then baking it in hot ashes. The modern pumpkin pie, featuring a smooth, spiced filling and a flaky crust, began to emerge in the 18th century. Key ingredients include pumpkin puree, eggs, sugar, cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger, and cloves, creating a rich, creamy dessert that was both sweet and slightly spicy. Pumpkin pie grew in popularity as Thanksgiving became an established holiday, symbolizing the harvest and autumn's abundance on many family tables. Just as pumpkin pie's rich history adds a sweet touch to Thanksgiving, what about another classic treat with its own story? Peanut brittle, a classic candy, likely originated in the southern United States, where peanuts and sugar were plentiful. According to legend, a southern woman accidentally created peanut brittle when she mistakenly used baking soda instead of cream of tartar while making taffy. This fortunate mistake led to a crunchy, sweet treat that quickly gained popularity. The main ingredient of peanut brittle was simple: sugar, corn syrup, peanuts, butter, and baking soda. The sugar and corn syrup were heated until caramelized, then mixed with peanuts and butter. Baking soda was added at the end, giving the candy a light, airy texture. Once cooled, the mixture hardened into a brittle, crunchy candy. Peanut brittle became a favorite homemade treat, especially during holidays, with its sweet caramel and salty peanut combination making it beloved. Peanut brittle's sweet crunch is a classic treat. But how did cornflakes find their way into cookie recipes? Cornflake cookies, a popular treat in the 1930s when people began adding cereal to their baking, gaining even more popularity in the 1970s as a common item at bake sales. These cookies were loved for their unique crunch and easy preparation. The main ingredients included butter, sugar, eggs, flour, baking soda, and crushed cornflakes. Some versions also added oatmeal or nuts for extra texture and flavor. The dough was mixed, shaped into balls, and rolled into crushed cornflakes before baking, resulting in a crispy exterior and a soft, chewy interior. Cornflake cookies were a household favorite because they were simple to make and used ingredients that were usually already in the pantry. Cornflake cookies were a popular treat, but what made cherry pie such an iconic dessert? Cherry pie, a cherished dessert, had its origins with early American settlers who brought pie-making traditions from Europe. It gained popularity in the 19th century, especially in areas where cherries were plentiful. Traditionally, cherry pie was made with a flaky, buttery crust and a filling of tart cherries, sugar, cornstarch, and a touch of almond extract. The tartness of the cherries balanced well with the sweetness of the sugar, creating a delightful flavor combination. The pie was a staple at family gatherings and holiday celebrations, symbolizing comfort and home. Its popularity surged in the mid-20th century, making it a classic American dessert. With the rise of modern desserts, cherry pie became less common. Cherry pie has been a classic American dessert for generations, but as tastes evolve, what modern treat has captured our attention? Monster cookies, a beloved treat, originated in the Midwest during the 1970s. These cookies combined with the best ingredients from various cookie types, including peanut butter, oats, chocolate chips, and M&M candies. The result was a chewy, flavorful cookie, both satisfying and enjoyable. Their popularity grew because they were versatile and a great way to use up leftover ingredients. Often baked in large batches, they were perfect for family gatherings and school events. Their colorful appearance and rich taste made them a hit with both children and adults. Despite the past popularity, monster cookies became less common in modern kitchens due to its lengthy preparations. As monster cookies faded from kitchens, a vibrant and refreshing dessert emerged. Curious about what made fruit pizza so popular? Fruit pizza, a colorful and refreshing dessert, became popular in the United States during the 1980s. This tasty treat had a sugar cookie crust topped with a creamy layer of sweetened cream cheese and a variety of fresh fruits. Commonly used fruits included strawberries, kiwi, blueberries, and pineapple. The combination of the soft cookie base, creamy topping, and juicy fruits created a perfect mix of textures and flavors. The origins of fruit pizza were not entirely clear, but it was believed to have been popularized by Pillsbury, who featured a recipe for it in one of their cookbooks in 1985. Its bright look and ability to be customized made it a favorite at parties and family gatherings. Fruit pizza's colorful appeal made it a party favorite too, but what about another inventive snack that transformed pizza into a portable delight? Pizza pockets, similar to calzones, were a popular snack that brought the taste of pizza in a handy portable form. Created in the 1960s by Gino Paluski, these snacks were inspired by the idea of blending pizza ingredients with the ease of an egg roll. Filled with tomato sauce, cheese, and various toppings like pepperoni or vegetables, they were encased in a doughy shell. To make a classic pizza pocket, pizza dough was rolled out, filled with ingredients, then folded and sealed before baking or frying. This made them a simple and versatile snack that could be enjoyed hot or cold. Their convenience and great taste made them a favorite among busy families and students, and they continued to be a beloved snack often found in the frozen food aisle of grocery stores. Pizza pockets were a tasty snack with a unique twist. But how did classic American desserts like blueberry pie become so beloved? Blueberry pie, a classic dessert, had a rich history dating back to early American settlers who adopted it from North American traditions. The first recorded recipe appeared in the early 1800s. Blueberries, native to North America, were used by Native Americans in various dishes long before European settlers arrived. The pie gained popularity in the 19th century, especially in New England and the Midwest. Its main ingredients included fresh or frozen blueberries, sugar, flour or cornstarch, and a hint of lemon juice for balance. The filling was encased in a buttery, flaky pie crust, often topped with a lattice or crumb topping. Variations included adding cinnamon or nutmeg for extra flavor. The pie's popularity soared due to its delicious combination of sweet and tart flavors and the ease of preparation. Blueberries pie's rich history and delicious flavor made it a staple. But have you ever wondered what other classic recipes emerged during challenging times? Banana bread, a cherished classic, gained popularity during the Great Depression of the 1930s. Resourceful homemakers used overripe bananas that would have otherwise gone to waste, mixing them with basic ingredients like flour, sugar, eggs, and baking soda. This quick bread was known for its moist texture and sweet banana-rich flavor. The main ingredients for banana bread include mashed bananas, flour, sugar, eggs, butter, and a leavening agent like baking soda. Some variations included nuts, chocolate chips, or spices like cinnamon and nutmeg for added flavor. The batter was mixed, poured into a loaf pan, and baked until golden brown. Banana bread's popularity surged again during the COVID-19 pandemic as people turned to baking for comfort, making it a favorite for both novice and experienced bakers. As we reflect on these forgotten recipes, which of your grandma's dishes do you wish were still on the table today? Share your memories in the comments below. If you enjoyed this trip down memory lane, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more nostalgic content.